Good morning. I'm Rachel and I live in north central Alabama. And this is my very first video. And this is my she shed that my husband built almost 10 years ago, I guess. Maybe if that long. But yeah, he built this she shed, and of course I did all the painting and stuff. He don't like to paint. He don't like the carpentry work either. He'll let you know that. But he is really nice, and he does almost everything I asked him. Almost. Anyway, these are some zinnias that I planted from seed. It's September here in Alabama, so all the leaves are falling, and it's not as pretty as it normally is in the spring, but it's pretty for September. That's my pond. It has goldfish in it. I need to clean that filter out again and get that water back clear. It gets a lot of algae in it because we get in the 90s here in Alabama, and it's been hot. So the algae grows really quick. But that out there is my potager. I'll take you out there. Maybe it needs a lot of zhuzhing. It's the side of my shed. But we'll film that in a minute, and we will go in the side and show you what all we've done. That refrigerator, that blue refrigerator, we got at a thrift store years ago, and my husband took it out there and sanded it, and he did paint that. Now he sprayed that, but he painted that, and we got that looking good. It works well. It's just the handle. My granddaughter, one of my grandkids, was hanging on it trying to open the refrigerator, and it broke the original handle. So this is what we come up with, what my husband come up with, buy scripts to open it. Well, it works, you know. And this is a sink that I think I got off Facebook Marketplace years ago, and I just have a big old bowl right there to catch the water, because we never did finish doing the plumbing to go outside. This is some curtains I just made out of some tea towels. Keep a lot of junk in there that I need. And I just bring stuff from outside the house in here, what I don't use, and I just use it out here. And a chamber pot up there that I ordered off of eBay. I have quite a few of those everywhere, decorated everywhere. I love those things. And there's a door that goes out to the potager part. And we'll film in here first. There's an island I got from my best friend. Me and her do a lot of trading and finagling. And the rocking chair is my husband's grandmother's, and I redid it. I had bought about 15 yards of that fabric. It was white, and I just dye it and any color I want when I get ready to decorate something and use it. That chair I upholstered. I'm not a professional upholsterer, as you can tell, but you know, it's just shabby, more shabby the better out here. The desk is from Facebook Marketplace, and I got it, and it was a real dark orangey color, and of course I painted it. And the rose mural on the wall right there, I got off of Amazon. And I have another wall mural just like that in one of my bedrooms inside the house. But I really love that wallpaper and that mural. Love it. And the window is really need to tear that off and get some more of that films that you can order, I think, off Amazon. And it made it look like a grid window. But like I say, this shed is close to 10 years old, so that film is really needing to be replaced. And I need to do a better job on it too. I pieced it together because I didn't know what I was doing. But that's how you learn. We got some beadboard on this wall and put up from Home Depot. And we went all the way around to, well, from the back to this part. And then we kind of ran out. My husband got tired of fooling with it. So I have to finish that one season. I don't know when. But this is Bessie the cow. She was a wall decal I bought offline, and I just stuck her onto that frame and painted black around it, and then I still have to distress the frame. But she's cute. I love her. And this is a China cabinet I also got on Facebook Marketplace. I tell you, what would we do without Facebook Marketplace? I got a lot of things in there. A lot of just old stuff you find, and you don't know where you're going to put it. So you just try to find a place for it. And that's just a plant stand that this winter I'll be bringing in some plants and trying to overwinter them in here. And I love to use lace curtains. I think that's just so vintage looking. And then that is something I got at auction years ago, and I need to get some more greenery and put in there. And this is scroll back this way. And that's my loft. And I don't want to show you that yet. That needs to be tidied up. And the very back there is the back of the shed. Is where we keep all of our tools. And there's another paint sink back there. And it actually has the plumbing that goes outside, so it has drainage. But yeah, I keep a lot of paints and tools and just all your junk, that you don't want people to see back there. And the floor has been every color in the rainbow, but I just painted it a few weeks ago white, and then I did some stenciling over the white paint, and then I did a polyurethane over that, so hopefully it won't scuff up as quick. On that ottoman right there was the other day I found that at a consignment store in Jasper, Alabama. Let's see. That's about that old tattered chair. I just love the old tattered chair. And this is my shed. And my very first video, so I had to try to get my daughter to see if she can edit any of this and make it any better. But, there's always a first time. So we're going back out. And this is the potager, and I have neglected it this summer because we built a greenhouse on the very back of my shed this past spring, and I was helping him hold a board up on the very top, and I tore my rotator cuff, so that kind of couldn't do nothing all summer over here. No weed pulling and all that. It needs a lot of work, and I will be doing that in the fall. I will be cleaning up back here. But right there is where the greenhouse, my old greenhouse used to be. It was one of the Harbor Freight kind of greenhouses, and it was pretty good. I had it for about 5-6 years, and it worked good. But they go to yellowing, and they get real brittle from our hot Alabama sun. So took it down, and this is a lot of my junk that I still haven't put up from the greenhouse. It's just collected right here. And this is my greenhouse side view of it. I'll walk around and show you. We won't go inside because that's for another time to show you inside. I need to clean it up and get back here maybe. This is my greenhouse that my husband, my honey, built. And I hurt my shoulder on. But yeah, we got all these windows from my neighbor in behind me was nice enough just to give us the windows. And that real big window and all the windows. And my husband made them so they tilt out. You know, I just use a board. And get back and give you a bigger view if I can. And this is the arbor he built. And I got red cardinal vine from seed planted over it. And I just love that stuff. I think I threw out a little bit too many seeds, but it's still pretty. I like it. And there's a fountain that runs off solar. And that's the outside part of it. I still want to get rid of all these pavers right here, use them somewhere in the other parts of the yard. And buy the pavers that's way over there. They're the nice white pavers. And this is the other side of my she shed. And I really shouldn't even be videoing this because it did look a lot better. I had zinnias coming out of those pots and knockout roses are all down through here. But, you know, you got to stay on top of things, prune everything and give it a good feed to keep it, you know, keep coming, having a really lots of pretty blooms. So I didn't do that. Like I say, it's like 92, 95 degrees this week. And it's been hotter than that all summer. But, I'm going to get out here and do a lot of work come fall when it cools off a little. And this is going back to the front.